Okay. I've been told that means my audio is live. So, hi everybody. I am pixeldollhouse, otherwise known as Sinedra. You can call me Sin. And I'm going to be playing some Animal Crossing today. So, before we start off, I know that people in the Animal Crossing community have very strong opinions about time traveling. And I just wanted to let you all know that we are about a week ahead in my game right now. This is just because I live in a place where it has been snowing for the last 2 months, so it's really weird to me that there's no snow on the ground at the beginning of December in the game. So we are about a week ahead, which, incidentally, if you're wondering, is when the snow will start to stick to the ground. So this is our very first snow day of the year. So, as you can see, my island is definitely still under construction. What I thought we would do today is start by going to some of the areas where I've taken down my fall decorations and see what we can do to decorate there. But first of all, I'll show you a little bit of the areas that have already been completed. So, this is my beachside flea market, which I'm very proud of. I'm not 100% sure how to transfer this over to being winter friendly, because I definitely live somewhere where there are no beaches. So, I've never been to a beach in the winter. I don't know what you do there. Probably not a flea market, but that's okay. And this is just where I keep recipes that visitors can come and take when they come over. This is my entrance. That's the cat that everybody is obsessed with. He showed up in my campsite one day and has been here ever since. Unfortunately, he's not wearing any of his significant collection of novelty glasses today, but that's alright. My resident services area is actually what I thought that we would work on today. So this used to be a little coffee shop cafe area, and I think that today I want to turn it into more of a hot chocolate stand slash community fire pit. So I did grab some items out of my storage while I was waiting to go live. I don't know if I grabbed the fire pit though, so we might have to go back. That's okay. We can start off with the little hot chocolate stand. Decorating indoors and outdoors. Can I put it? There we go. Sorry, this isn't my normal controller, so if I'm a little fumbly, that's why. But decorating indoors and outdoors is a little different in New Horizons. If you decorate indoors, you can use the system that was introduced in Happy Home Academy for the 3DS, where you actually can look at the room from above and drag the furniture around by holding it and dragging it. Unfortunately, outside you still have to go with the good old-fashioned drop the furniture, watch it wind up, definitely not where you wanted it, and then yank it around manually. So I'm gonna just be finding my fire pit here. There it is. This is, for some reason, this fire pit is 96,000 bells. I'm not really sure why, but it is. So we're gonna take our very expensive fire pit and go set it up by resident services. Okay, so, if you are not familiar with the game, you can edit your island to your heart's content, essentially like you're playing Minecraft or some other game where you can move things block by block by going into the Island Designer app. So that's actually what I'm going to do right now, just because I think I'll put a little bit of stone flooring underneath our fire pit. You can also use it to lay down paths. The paths that I've used here are actually easier to lay down through the custom design app, because I use a variant of the famous, if you're on Animal Crossing Tumblr at all, this is the winter version of the path. This is a path that kind of went viral a little bit on Tumblr because it looked very similar to the original dirtware that you would get by running around your town in previous versions of the game. Sorry. And this is just the winter version of it, so it makes it look like snowbanks have piled up. And you can actually find, you can't actually find the variation that I'm using, but you can find the original path and all additions to it at thepath-acnh.card.co. And if you follow the original version of the path, then to the Twitter of denim2_mori, you should be able to find this one that I'm using pretty easily. I just like it because the in-game paths need to be laid down precisely on a grid, as you can see from my not particularly graceful terraforming that I'm doing right now. But the custom designs allow it to look more like the path is kind of meandering around, which is something that I really like. So I'm gonna just finish up adding my little, and of course my villagers always want to come over to see what I'm doing. I'm just glad she didn't sit down right where I was trying to put the path. And yeah, you can round the corners of your paths. I think a lot of people know that already. But this is just to give our fire pit somewhere to go that's not directly on top of the snow. Blair, if you sit down, I swear. Yeah, definitely, oh, this is one of those items. Definitely, not... The economy in this game is very strange. I don't know if I'd pay $98,000 for a fire pit. But the fire pit is more expensive than a computer, I'm pretty sure, or a fridge, so it's okay. We'll just say that the Animal Crossing economy is a little strange.
Maybe it's a really amazing fire pit.
Maybe it's a really amazing fire pit. Or maybe Tom Nook has some kind of fire pit price fixing scheme going on. Anyway, I said this is one of those items because there are several items in the game that have kind of awkward footprints, meaning that they don't sit centered, because this actually takes up a tile and a half by a tile and a half. So that's okay. I'm going to pretend that it doesn't bother me and just continue placing furniture. My main strategy when I am decorating is to just kind of get out whatever furniture I think might be useful for the area that I am decorating. Plop it all down and then just move it around till it looks right. Yeah, I know, rocking chair maybe not so practical on the snow, but I think they're really cute. So I also have a soft spot for items in this game that move when you interact with them, which I guess this one doesn't, but that's okay. The rocking horse does. I also brought out a few of the log stools and mugs so that we know it's a place where you can come and enjoy some hot chocolate, maybe roast some marshmallows over the fire. And then I just like to use the wooden stools and the log stools to get smaller objects up off of the ground. Especially when it's snowy, you don't want your hot chocolate to be just sitting in the snow. Or it would definitely get cold. Where are you? There you are. I'm hoping that they will come out with some kind of hot chocolate set that you can put out here. But in the meantime, I might go and get my espresso maker from my storage. Just to have something else to put out there. you might be able to tell from the way I've decorated the rest of my island, but I definitely err more towards a, oh, there's a dung beetle pushing a snowball. They do that.
They do they?
Yep, that is the only way, actually, to catch a dung beetle in this game, is you have to catch them rolling a snowball. Yeah,
almost like this game is silly.
It is almost like this game is silly. Meg is absolutely right. Alright, well we used our red mug, so maybe we'll go with the yellow espresso maker. My plan for today was to spend about half my time doing outdoor decoration, and then move on to using Harv's Island to show you guys some tricks for planning indoor decor, and just looking at all the different things your game has available. Alright, so we have a nice little... Yes, I do have Vivian! Sorry, I guess I should show you guys all of my villagers.
Oh, do you still have...
Do I still have Raymond?
Raymond?
Yes, I do still have Raymond. So as you can see, I like cats and sheep. I have Tangy. Whoop. Joy-Cons, please. Or joystick, I guess. I have Kiki, who is my all-time favorite because I have 2 black cats at home. I have Raymond, Eric, Muffy, who a friend very kindly found for me, Dom, who showed up in my campsite, Ruby, Ursula, Vivian, and Blair. I don't have any cranky villagers right now, but that is just because my cranky villager actually went to go live on my wife's island. And I have not had a chance to find another one yet. Vivian is adorable. I love her house. I love her aesthetic. Oh, did you guys not make me any soup? I guess they didn't make me any soup. Yeah, I've got the beginnings of a little yard for Vivian over here. Yes, Meg has a giant bear. Meg is couching for me because it's actually her couch. I'm using her setup to stream today, which was very nice and generous of her.
The bear's name is Honey Bear.
The bear's name is Honey Bear.
It actually must be Tuesday.
And it's actually must be Tuesday's bear, in case anybody was wondering. So, we've got our... Sorry, I tend to just kind of wander around in this game when I'm not actively doing anything, so if you're wondering where I am, I'm probably not aware either. So yeah, we've got our nice little campfire hot chocolate area. I think I'm going to leave it more or less like this for now. I'm currently in the middle of... Oh, thank you, Cassidy Moy. I'm currently in the middle of changing over... Oh, hello?
Tuesday just came and waved.
Oh, hi Tuesday. Thank you. Yeah, I want to add a few more, maybe custom designs is what I would usually use. You can kind of see in my phone that I've got a lot of them, but unfortunately not a ton of them are... Oh, and I guess I have to show off where I use this design, since we are on the ECC channel, so... But it's kind of weird to use custom designs on top of the... We're gonna just pretend we didn't see this, okay? Everybody look away for a minute. There we go, it's fine. Oh, is Evie joining us? Evie is very excited to be here, as well, as am I. So, this is the area up near my campsite. I'm still trying to decide what little details and things I want to add that make sense now that there's snow on the ground. Because all of this, I have to say, is very strange to me. I don't know if any of you live somewhere where you have flowers blooming and snow at the same time, but everything's pretty much been dead where I live for the last 6 weeks. So, it's fine. You know, we'll just call it the magic of Animal Crossing. Anyway, while I was decorating my campsite, I found this little well, which I thought was so cute, especially since it matches really nicely with Dom's cabin here. We're gonna pretend we didn't see any of that either. You know what? It's fine. I thought I had changed all of my paths. Apparently I hadn't. But Meg said that this little well reminded her of the Untitled Goose Game, which is a game that we both played and enjoyed.
Right?
And so obviously I had to put a little goose, which is just the decoy duck crafted item, customized and painted white. And then I went on the custom design portal and found this cute little no goose sign to put up.
Wow, I'm really glad we put the honk thing in now.
So many honks in chat. Thank you, chat. Yeah, we've got our little setup for our crime beach back here, where Cousin Crime comes to bring me all of the best fake paintings. More broken paths, but that's fine. This is my museum. Yeah, I want to add some more little Untitled Goose Game touches to this island, because I don't know, I just think they're neat. Well, I was actually practicing yesterday, and I found that it took me a very long time to decorate an indoor room. So I thought, surely it will take me at least half an hour to decorate an outdoor room. And as you can see that it didn't. So I may actually just take you guys right back over to Harv's Island. And we can check out some of the design tools and planning tools that are available there. This is something that I find... Oh, and I have to take the hard hat off, naturally. This is something that I find a lot of people don't use very often, or they didn't really know what it was for outside of the wedding event that happened in June. So Harv's Island is basically a place where you can go and you have access to... Oh, I'll just wait for Orville to be done.
All I know is that when I went to Harv's Island, I ended up in a like menu tree that would make an airline blush. And I was like, I want out of this. Take me home.
Take me home. Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
And I mean a real airline, not this airline, which is pretty bad already.
I was gonna say, this airline already has very realistic menu trees, since I have to spend way more time speaking to people than I would really prefer to, but that's okay. We love Wilbur and Orville. They're great. So, this is Harv's Island. Basically, this is a place where it's set up kind of as a photo studio, and you can take any furniture that you have access to in your catalog, which is a record of all of the items in the game that have ever been in your inventory. If you don't know where it is, it's right here. This is your catalog. And you can actually place it in these rooms and place as many copies as you want. You can place as many different color variations as you have access to without using customization kits. And you can also call your villagers and any Animal Crossing character that you own the amiibo for to come and hang out and have their picture taken here at Harv's Island. So, I'll show you one of the rooms that I did yesterday while I was practicing. And you can kind of see the only unfortunate part about Harv's Island is that the rooms are not the same dimensions as your own room at home in your house. All of the side rooms on the main floor are slightly larger, and the upstairs and downstairs are also slightly larger than what you have access to in your own home. So if you're going to use Harv's Island for planning decor, you just kind of have to keep that in mind. Like, I wouldn't be able to set this room up in my own home because there's no room that has these exact dimensions except for your main room, which of course has all of the doors in it. Flygon says, "Hi, background Meg."
Hi. Also not with that attitude.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could try to cram all of this furniture into a 6x6 room, but I don't think I'd be able to navigate it very efficiently. But yeah, as you can see, I have not only all of these crafted items, but I also have different color variations of them, and I also have non-furniture items, like the balloons that you can buy from Nook's Cranny, or the KK albums that you can get from Nook Shopping, up on the wall as well. Because when you go into the photo mode, you can actually access pretty much any item that you've, like I said, that's ever been in your inventory.
But can you go in the tent?
Can I go in the tent? Unfortunately, you cannot go inside the kids' tents. They're just a decorative item. I know. It's very disappointing. I wish we could go in the tents. Did I go? No, I didn't. I already did something in here. That's fine. I'm going to find us a blank room, because that one's not blank. And then I will show you kind of the process that I use for decorating and designing a room on Harv's Island. So, Meg, would you like to suggest a theme for a room that I could decorate?
I don't know.
Or would anybody in chat like to suggest a room theme that I could decorate? Because I just put Meg on the spot. I did not warn her I was going to do that, so she doesn't have an answer.
Cozy.
A kitchen. Cozy kitchen. All right. I love a good kitchen. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take myself over to the door so I'm kind of out of the way. And then I'm going to go into the room setup mode. And that's just letting me know that if I have an amiibo, I can call them. I did not bring my amiibos with me today, but that's okay. So when you go into the room decorating mode, you can open up your storage just like you would if you were decorating your own house. But you'll see that instead of having just the furniture that's in your storage, you actually have everything. Like, I have quite a few items here. And the ones that have the little paintbrushes next to them, you can press X and see all of the different color variations and actually place any of the color variations. Again, without using any customization tools at all, which is really, really cool. So, since we're starting with a kitchen, I'm going to just pick out a few things that I think would look cute in a cozy little kitchen. And you can see that they just end up kind of wherever my cursor is. And I can also place as many of them as I want. I can also put them away if I want to. These ones are items that can be bought from Nook's Cranny, which means that each of their color variations is listed separately. You can't use customization kits to change the color of these. Crafted items, however, and certain items from Nook's Cranny can be changed with customization kits, which is why you see the little paintbrush there. So, I might actually use these chairs. These came from the most recent event, which is Turkey Day, and they look very cute, so I'm going to use those. Because they kind of go with the chairs and tables that I already have out. And I usually like to go through alphabetically, which I'm not right now. That's okay. And then into the housewares, because you can see all of the series then end up together. I like to sort of mix and match the furniture that I use in my houses. I know the Happy Home Academy is not a huge fan of that method of decorating. They're always mailing me to let me know that if I put all of the items in one series in one room, I'll get lots of Happy Home Academy points. To which I say, no thanks. I'd rather just mix and match and see what I can come up with. I know the ironwood kitchen is not everybody's favorite item. They tend to get used a lot. But the reason for that is that they're adorable. Oh, I accidentally did something. So you can see as well, you can also change the colors of things after you've placed the item. There's also just not a ton of kitchen stuff that is all in one cohesive aesthetic in the game. Which is why it's kind of nice to use the ironwood furniture, because it all matches so nicely. And the nice thing, too, is that it kind of, sort of, is close enough of a match to the antique series that we can get a little bit of mixing and matching going on. Always gotta have our house plants. Because I don't know about you guys, but I definitely can't keep houseplants alive in real life, so I have a lot of houseplants in Animal Crossing.
Hey look, there was a honey bear back there.
Oh, there was.
Not quite a honey bear. There is a honey bear in the game, though, I think.
There is.
Very similar to...
Yeah, I do have the cream-colored Papa Bear, which is enormous, by the way. Those teddy bears are huge. Grab it. Fridge might be helpful for our kitchen.
Who needs a fridge in a kitchen?
I'd like a fridge in my kitchen. I don't know about you.
Nah. You live in Canada, just put it outside.
Just put it outside. I mean, I guess. Maybe we'll put the fireplace in here. It's a big room. Why not? Sometimes I just sort of take things out to see what is available. Grab the wood-burning stove. Maybe some more house plants. Do I have a real stove? I don't even know if I have a real stove in this game. Sometimes the game, the random number generation in New Horizons, likes to be a little weird with what furniture it'll give you. Like, I'll go and get 5 little items in a row. But a table to put them on? No. Doesn't exist. That's my one pet peeve about this game, is that I would love it if there were more tables. But that's okay, because we have so many other things that we can use to create all kinds of different environments and room themes. So I think I'm good with my I'm good with my major furniture placement now. I've got quite a bit. So I will probably just start moving things around and seeing what I think looks nicest where. This is, again, a bigger room than you would have in your own house back on the island. I don't know if Tom Nook and Harv have some kind of thing going on where, you know, you go to Harv's Island and you see this enormous house, and then you go to your own island and you're like, maybe I should get a home expansion from Tom Nook. I sort of lean towards what I like to call a semi-realistic style, where I don't necessarily want to have, say, a fridge in front of the window, but, you know, a fridge next to a wood-burning stove is fine, right? There's definitely nothing dangerous or hazardous that could occur as a result of something like that. No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Oh. The one problem with doing this the way I do it is that you end up with a lot of furniture. You can also, another cool thing about Harv's Island is that if you're decorating your own house and you run out of furniture, you you have to make more. On Harv's Island, you can just press the right ZR on your controller, and it will copy the furniture that you had highlighted. So if you want to see, do I really want to invest all of these materials in making multiple items, you can check it out. Oh, I'm a little disappointed that that doesn't fit underneath the window, but that's okay.
Why does Harv have so much furniture? Why does Harv have so much furniture?
I don't know where Harv gets all of this from. I mean, he has access to everything that's in my catalog, which, so maybe he's getting it from me? Like, if I sell something at Nooklings, does Harv go and buy it from them? I'm not sure.
Must be.
One of the true mysteries of Animal Crossing, honestly.
One of many.
One of many. It's true, there are many mysteries in this game. So we've got sort of the structure of our kitchen starting to come into starting to shape up here. No, you know what? I'll go with the wood burning stove. It's cozier. Oh, there's me. And I do want to, I may actually switch this around because I just realized where the door is. I want to set this up so that it has sort of a dining area and a food preparation area. So I want to actually move these things over here so that we can have our dining area in front of the fireplace. Because the fireplace fits really nicely on that wall. Get some of the antique furniture off in the corner there. And yeah, I definitely echo what Spoony Femme said in chat. I would love to get more expansions to my house. They did, in the most recent update, increase the amount of storage that you can have in your house. If you've paid off your full home loan, you can go to Tom Nook and he will add 800 more storage slots to your home storage. Unfortunately, I didn't pay my last home loan because I went, well, Tom Nook's a sucker if he thinks he's ever going to get that money from me because there's no reason for me to pay it. And now there is, so I'm still saving up for that. But I would love to get more expansions that actually increase the amount of decorating space that you have in your house, because I just really like to decorate, honestly. So we've got kind of our main setup going here. We have our little dining area. We have a little, let me get rid of that, maybe a little office area over here or something. I don't know. We'll figure that corner out later. And I just like to sort of fill in the blanks like so. So we've got the main bones of the room. And I don't know why the light keeps turning off every time I go into the menu, but it's fine. I am going to add, I think this room needs a little bit more height. So I am going to add just the black iron shelf right here. Yeah, perfect. So, once I have picked out my main furniture items that I want to use, and set them up in roughly the configuration that they're going to be in for the final product, I then like to go back into the storage, and at this point I will pick the wallpaper and the flooring. And as well as any rugs that I might need. So for this, we're going with a cozy kitchen. So I want to pick out a nice, warm... Actually, I kind of like that. I don't know. We'll see if we can find... Oh. I've been playing a lot of PlayStation lately, and the buttons are backwards on Nintendo controllers.
No, they're backwards on the PlayStation.
Or on the PlayStation, depending on your perspective. So if I go out of a menu for no reason, it's just because I pressed the wrong button. So I want to find some nice flooring that looks kind of warm, but is still practical for a kitchen. Oh my. That might be a little bolder than what I was going for.
Yeah, I would not call that cozy.
It's not cozy?
No.
No?
No, I would not call that cozy.
Okay, I also like this brown honeycomb tile, so I'm going to go with that for now. And then we also want to pick out a kitchen wall. So...
Circuit board, obviously.
Obviously the circuit board wall.
I think circuit boards are cozy.
You think circuit boards are cozy? Where is the circuit board wall? Did I go past it?
No, you're right there.
Oh.
There we go.
Very cozy. Honestly, I don't hate it. Like the green of the circuit board wall with the green of the vintage TV tray and the potted plants. I don't hate it. It would definitely be warm, yeah. Maybe a little too dark. And so I just kind of go through and try to pick something that goes with the theme that I've got going. So I think for this one, I am going to go... Yeah, the circuit board doesn't have any windows. So it would be very warm and very cozy and maybe a little claustrophobic. Yeah, let's go with this. I like this. This is the chic wall. And the floor and wall that I'm using here can both be purchased from Nook's Cranny. You don't have to get them from Savannah. You do have to get rugs from Savannah, though, which is what I'm going to do next. And again, I'll pull out a few different rugs that I think might fit the theme of the room, as well as the general color scheme of the room. For kitchens, I do like to have a few different mugs. Or rugs. I definitely like to have lots of mugs in my kitchen. I'm trying to pack to move right now, and we have so many mugs. So many mugs. Yeah, you know what? That looks good. For kitchens, I like to have multiple rugs to kind of fit the you know, one by the sink like that, and then another one kind of under the dining area. I think I do want a slightly larger one. This would be great, but I think the color is too close to the color of the chairs. So, there we go. And I do have not a ton of furniture. I have some nice things, but yes, I do have the Ladybug Rug, which is from the fishing tourney, actually. Very cute. Oh, that one's too big, too. Darn. You know what? It's okay. I think I'm going to go with the simple green orange mat anyway, just because I like the size of it. Yeah. And then I'll toss in... Everybody, I feel like if you play decorating games, you have items that you like to use over and 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 over. Or maybe that's just me. I love games that have some kind of decor component. I've been playing The Sims since I was probably about 9 years old, so 21 years now. But yeah, the lacy rug is one of my over and over items. I just think it's so cute. I love the texture. I love the fact that you can see the flooring that you've chosen underneath it. So I like to just use it whenever I have a chance to. So I might put it in the corner there. Now that we have our, I'm just keeping an eye on the time, rugs and our main furniture and walls and floors picked out, I'm going to go into my miscellaneous items. These are items that can fit on top of a tabletop, or a stool, or a cart, or the top of a fireplace. And I just like to, my personal style is to fill up as many of these empty slots as I can, so that I have a really lived in looking home. I'm gonna pull out a few more plants as well. Maybe another mug, maybe a teapot. I'm also looking for my Yule log cake that I know is in here, because I know Nintendo sent me one. And also just pulling out a few other little bits and bobs here and there.
I think you need a typewriter.
A typewriter? Mm-hmm. Sure, we can put a typewriter in there. Why not?
Typewriter is essential to a cozy kitchen.
There's my Yule log, right at the end. Alright. We'll make a little work area over here. Maybe the people sitting up at the table are having some tea and Yule log cake while one of them works on their next great novel on the typewriter. I also tend to pull out little bits and bobs for on top of fireplaces and on top of the dressers and stuff. Again, you can go in and change the color of crafted items so that they are, oops, more in line with the color scheme that you're going for, or just to add some variety. And grab one of those. And maybe we'll also get, I had a dish rack, but maybe I don't. Sometimes I miss things in my own storage as well, like when I just scrolled right by that dish drying rack I said I was looking for. There we go.
You can always use the typewriter as a dish rack.
I don't know if I would use a typewriter as a dish rack. I feel like that would be bad for the typewriter. I don't know. I just feel like that's just a feeling I have. All right. So we've got our kitchen set up. We've got our flat surfaces, more or less cluttered. Oh, Tuesday is asking, do I try to find specific items as I play, or just work with what I have? And the answer is honestly a mixture of both. There are definitely items in this game that I covet, especially crafting recipes. But I also know that Nook's Cranny will only carry one color variation of whatever item I'm looking for, and because I don't like to do a ton of trading, that means that I do tend to work with what I have for the most part. There are some things where you can see that I do have different color variations of items, and that's usually because I've either gotten them... there are a few ways you can get non-native, quote-unquote, color variations of items, you can either trade with friends or you can get them out of a balloon. And that's what I did with most of the items that I have. Is either I got them out of a balloon or a generous friend was able to get them to me. And I'm seeing that I have about 5 minutes left, so very quickly I'm going to just go now to the walls and pick out a few items for the walls. And conveniently enough, all of the wall-mounted items that can be found in the game are all in one category. So I tend to, again, just pull out whatever I think is cute. It doesn't necessarily have to make sense. You know, why not put a painting of sunflowers on a sunflower wall? Maybe not. I forgot I'd used the sunflower wallpaper as well. I tend to pull out just items that I'm fond of. Items that add some dimension as well. I really like these hanging terrariums for that because they jut out from the wall a little bit. I usually look for larger items to fill large spaces, like this, and smaller items to fill smaller spaces, obviously. I like to line the items up on the wall with furniture that's on the floor a little bit. Sometimes it's cute if you misalign things and have them sort of off-center from where you'd expect them to be. Ooh, I've got my knife racks in there as well. This wall, I don't think I'll add a lot to. I might put a little,
A mantis head?
A mantis head? Sure, we can put a mantis head there. I've never decorated a room.
A very important part of a cozy kitchen.
Yes, a very important part of a cozy kitchen. I've never actually decorated a room with Meg before, so this has been a very interesting and somewhat challenging experience for me. Yeah, it doesn't look as weird as it really should, honestly. I was thinking of putting a little flower, I think it's called a floral swag. Yeah, this item here I quite like over that window. But you know what? Let's put the mantis head there, and we can put our little floral swag over the fireplace instead. And you can see sort of here what I mean by having things be sort of off-center. I have the Tree's Bounty small tree centered on that fireplace. So I put the, rather than putting it here, I put the floral swag there. And with that...
I think there's one thing missing.
What are we missing, Meg?
Photo of what's-her-name.
Photo of what's-her-name?
The town manager.
Oh, Isabel!
Yeah, you need a picture of Isabel.
I need a picture of Isabel. Okay, that's true. Meg's right. So I think maybe I'll put the picture of Isabel... you know what? Over the fireplace. Why not? And I actually do have, because I have Isabel's amiibo, this is another feature of Harv's Island, by the way. If you call villagers that live in your town or use amiibo to summon villagers and other NPCs to Harv's Island, you can order little posters of them out of your Nook shopping afterwards. So we've got a picture of Isabel. And with that, I think we have a finished room. So, as you can see, I am able to walk into this room. Now I'm able to interact with the furniture. I'm also able to, if I go back in here, I'm able to bring my villagers along with me. And put them wherever I would like. So if I wanted to, I could take a little picture of Kiki and I having a cozy little Christmas dinner while that she works on her novel. Why not?
Very important.
All of the things you can do in Animal Crossing. So, yeah, with that, that is time. that's the end of my run. Thank you so much to EdgeCase Collective for having me. Thank you so much to everyone in the audience for watching. Yes, thank you to our restreamers and volunteers of all kinds. And I hope that you will join the EdgeCase Collective Discord, follow EdgeCase Collective on Twitter, and stick around for the rest of Fuzzy Logic. Thank you very much. I don't actually know how to not go live by myself, so...
They'll cut you off.
Okay.